My name is Trisha Stetzel. I'm the owner of Results Extreme Business Solutions. Thank you all for being here. Fact, 55 to 70% of all communication is nonverbal. So who thinks this might be an issue with these kind of meetings? Hands, nodding of heads. Yeah, absolutely. So it is an issue, or we can perceive it as an issue. It really just takes more effort to give those nonverbal cues to the person that you're talking to over a Zoom video or Hangouts or whatever tool you might happen to be using. The trust we build with one handshake, it takes 2 weeks of video calls to get that same trust that we build with one single handshake. That's crazy, right? So I want to ask you guys a question. When you greet someone, whether it's on video or in person, when you see them, do you nod your head down or do you lift your chin up? I'll let you guys think about that for a minute. So when you greet someone, do you chin down or do you chin up? I'm going to launch a poll. It should come up on your screen, and I'd like for you to, it's anonymous. You don't have to claim it. A lot of people are saying chin up, chin up. A few are chin down. Good. All right, about 5 more seconds and I'm going to close the poll. Get your vote in. All right, so it looks like we've got about 65, 66% of you say chin up when you greet someone, and 34 chin down. So there's the results. You guys can just close that window when you don't want to look at it anymore. So here's the thing about chin up. It means that you're decisive, direct, and opinionated. Those are good qualities. What about the chin down? Respectful, persistent, and compassionate. Are you guys all proud of yourselves now? Like, it doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't. It doesn't matter whether you chin up or chin down. It's just the way you greet people. And how many of you feel like that suits your personality, the one you chose? Anybody? Yeah, most of us, most of us. So how do we create trust through video? First, we're going to take the tips from John and JC, right? They're great tips. The questions you should ask, building that relationship, making sure that you're presenting yourself properly. And let's talk about the triple threat. So the triple threat on video is, number one, your hands. So when you're on video, you want to be able to see at least your shoulders and your hands, your head. If you only see somebody's talking head, you don't get much. If they're way back here, they're going to be way too far away, right? So if you're here and you can still use your hands, one of the great things about your hands is when you talk to people and you have open hands, it means that I have something to give you. I have information that I'm handing to you with my open hands. If I have my hands closed, or if I'm sitting like a robot, I'm not being very personable and I'm not creating that trust with you. So open hands, and don't flail and fling your hands all around, but it is okay and good to use your hands when you're talking to either one person or an audience. The next thing is your shoulders. If you're slouched over and you're leaning into the camera like this and looking up at it, people are not necessarily going to trust you because you look a little evil, or at least I do. So if you're sitting up with your shoulders back, it shows confidence. Confidence builds trust. Here's the last one, and this takes practice. Eye contact. I know you want to look at the screen where all the faces are. What I do personally, my trick is when I'm talking to one person, I take the video screen and I move it up to where my camera is so that I can look at their face and I'm still looking in the direction of the camera. What you don't want is to look at your camera over here when your person is looking at you, right? When you're dealing with a group of people like this, you need to look specifically into the camera. How cool is it that you can have eye contact? We have 32 people on this call. I can have eye contact with 32 people by simply looking into my camera. That's what builds trust and confidence. The triple threat, the hands, the shoulders, and the eyes. Here's what I'm going to leave you with. When you're on a video and someone gives you 2 nods, it means that they agree with you. That's wonderful because you want the me too, right? You want them to agree with you. When they give you the 3 nods or they don't stop, it means shut up. It's their turn to talk. And that's what I'll leave you with.